well, it's because my voice is so, it picks up whatever it picks up.
Yeah,
And it's
you have a
because my
great voice.
voice is wonderful that it works.
You do have a great voice for
Oh,
sure.
thank you. Thank you.
Mhm.
I appreciate you saying that because I work on it. I
Oh,
practice.
really?
And oh yeah. Oh
Oh,
yeah.
how
Yeah.
do you do? How do you do to work on your voice? What do you do?
Well, I sing. I like yesterday. I did a full Facebook Live for an hour with me just doing vocals. So I practice singing. I have a particular uh, routine that I do that's similar to a yoga routine. It's self massage and vocal manipulation and everything. Breathing exercises. I do that all the time.
Wow.
Lately, I'm also practicing. This was a big thing for me for a long time. Is I didn't feel any hesitation when I was out in front of an audience speaking, right, and using my voice. But when I'm sitting by myself and nobody's else around in my apartment, I was very, very shy that way. I wouldn't speak out loud. And then with through some coaching I got, it's like, well, you're you're creating it yourself that way. You're creating that. When I'm alone, I silence my voice. When I'm alone, I censor myself. So um, lately, I've been consciously trying to instill that habit of talking to myself, and now I'm noticing that it's coming spontaneously.
Okay.
So if I'm in like with well, we didn't talk about this here, but with the miracle of me finding a Bible yesterday in one of those little neighborhoods. So I open it up and I'm opening up the Bible I have and comparing them. And what I'm doing is I'm actually speaking the words. I'm reading it out loud.
Okay. So
And
you
so
do a
that's
lot
another
of
way I'm practicing consciously using my voice. And I think when we think of like people who are in the work we are in, with a couple of exceptions, I guess. But I think of like Brooke Castillo, who is the first real mentor I had in coaching, and I discovered her through a podcast that she's done. She's done like 400 and some episodes. I don't even know how many now, but that consists of her speaking for 20 minutes or 30 minutes
practicing
by
her
herself,
voice for 20 minutes
practicing her voice, creating her
on a
voice.
weekly basis. And that's
Yeah.
probably not the only thing she does. She does a lot of other things. But yeah,
Yeah.
okay, so that's great. So a good way to practice your voice is just to speak
Yeah. And well, another
and
good
sing.
way is to do what we do right here. This is really good practice because you get practice in a public forum
Yes, as well.
speaking,
Mhm.
and you. Uh, I don't think it's that you get better at the gestures, but it's you get better at being yourself. You get more comfortable being yourself in
Yeah,
public.
and what would be the difference between, because that's what everyone does all the time. What is the difference between, what would you say is the difference of doing it and being broadcasted rather than just doing it informally, because people speak all day long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think maybe the biggest difference is that, like I said, it is a public forum, so it's there for all the world to see, right? And I think a lot of us have this, we can be ourselves, but we don't want all the world to see,
Yes,
right?
for
Right.
sure.
And so
Mhm.
that's the benefit of doing this in a public forum this way. And I set my
Interesting.
Facebook to public. So not only the friends who are, in your and I network on Facebook, but anybody could discover it.
Oh, your Facebook is public. Interesting. Mine is not public. It's friends and friends of
Mm.
friends.
Okay. Okay.
It seems still scary to just open my Facebook to
Um,
the whole world, which
mm.
is for, I don't know.
Well,
Inher-
that's a mindset
it's a mindset. It's
you can work on and
inherited. I've
decide.
never sat to think it through, but it feels like being watched without knowing it. Is that weird
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah. Yep.
of
Yeah,
being.
but that's what the people you admire, that's what's happening to them all the time.
Yeah, but now they
Yeah.
choose to speak publicly, right?
Yeah.
So I choose to speak. I'm speaking publicly, but I'm still
Mm.
controlling between bracket because I'm controlling nothing for
Uh-huh.
sure.
Mm.
Who's watching me, because I choose
Yeah.
that only my friends and the friends of my friends can see my content. So
Mm. Mm.
because you are public, so I wonder how it works.
Well, I don't think anybody who's not in your network can can see it then. I'm not sure exactly how
I
that
know how
works.
it works, yeah. But anyway, it's as you said, it's a
Mhm.
public forum, so
Yeah, but that's to me the value of it. And what I decided on Facebook is that I would just make it public because I don't want to have anything
to hide, yeah, open
to
book.
hide. Yeah, I'm an open book. I like
I
that.
like
An
that, yeah,
open book.
authenticity. But sometimes it's privacy and protection. It's not that you have something to hide, but
Yeah,
it's that you want to be a little more private. You don't
yeah.
want the whole world to know what's happening in your life. Not that it's shameful, because sometimes I think we would think that we don't want to be seen because we're ashamed, or
Hmm.
there is something to be. What would you say? There is this, this shame, this public shame of, I don't want things to appear publicly.
Yeah. It's like there are certain things I wouldn't want to appear publicly. Like I would rather people not know the specifics of my financial situation. And there are some things that, excuse me, some things that I just don't think are worth sharing in a public forum, but I could share them privately.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
hiding them, but it's kind
Yeah.
of still private.
Yeah.
It's detail that you just don't
Yeah.
share with
Yeah.
everyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I'm finding that a lot of the things that I'm scared to share.
Oh, so it's a
It's
fear. It's not a
yeah,
shame.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Not about like the specifics of the details of my situation, or I don't know. Um,
Now I'm curious. Anyway,
yeah,
no.
well, things that I don't want to say, well, I'm having a conflict with somebody else and call them out
Yeah, because it
publicly. You know what I
involves
mean?
someone
Yeah,
else. Yes, you
yeah,
can talk about you, but not
yeah.
necessarily others.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
but I feel more comfortable now, and I'm even moving on a trajectory where I'm much more comfortable, maybe taking it out of. It says, well, this is the situation. I don't want to mention any names in this situation, but this is what I'm going through right now, and this is what is happening in my own internal world.
Yeah.
And
I
sharing that is, I think there's a hesitance that for me doesn't need to be there, because the people I admire the most, they share in that way.
They do,
It's
and
public. Yeah.
but it's a problem we cannot. I wouldn't say a problem, but it's something we cannot ignore. Like, I am writing my book, and I've been on it for a long time, and
Uh-huh.
I'm resisting it because you share everything, and it's out
Yeah.
there for the whole
Yeah.
world to
Yeah. Yeah.
see. So
Yeah.
it's not only you, but it's your family, the people
Yep.
involved in your life,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
share some things that are okay for you to share, but that are not necessarily okay for the people involved. So
Right. Yeah.
there is, always this worry and this care and this
Mm.
concern about just others that are involved in
So
your
are you
story.
worried about what they will think of you,
Oh
or
no, I'm not
okay.
worried. It's just protection. But I make sure that I let them know in advance I'm talking about it. I've
Mhm.
always already have a conversation with one of my sisters. I have shared something and I have told her, and she said, "Oh, you don't need to share that on Facebook." And I said, "Well, I'm not hiding anything." And
Mhm.
so there is a conflict, not with my sister, but on the fact that I choose to be authentic and to share everything, where she,
She would
who
rather
part of
not.
my
Yeah.
story, chooses
Yeah.
to just share certain things. So
Yeah.
there is this fine line. But I mean, ultimately, it's my life, so I'll share
Yeah.
whatever I feel called to share.
Yeah.
But we can't ignore that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
what's something that you are afraid to share that you think, not something that's like a Stacey Bayman calls it shock and awe, not shock and awe, but something that maybe somebody doesn't know about you that you're just well, I don't want to share this because I'm afraid of what they might think of
I
me.
am not afraid.
Yeah.
Fear has honestly disappeared from my life
Mhm.
overall. I will share everything because it's going to be in the book. First, I don't want to share it here because it won't be any interest then in the book. But generally speaking, the whole life, of a woman, like today, I'm all about being a woman, being authentic and being fully expressed and not repressed. And so it involves, everything, the whole journey of a woman, the coming to age, all of it. So.
Yeah.
There's no fear.
So where are you on this?
I'm battling it.
You're battling
I know I am resisting it because I'm pushing my deadlines. It was supposed to be already done by my birthday. And now.
So is it a novel length and it's mainly
Oh no, it's
autobiographical?
autobiography.
Okay.
Yeah, a memoir, if I could say. So I've pushed the deadline and now I hoping to finish it by the end of the year. And probably another 3 to 6 months before it is out completely in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know that when I'm supposed to be sitting and writing, I choose to do something else. Because it's hard to write a memoir because everything that I write about, I have to sit with it and go through everything again. So it's something that is sometimes painful, sometimes difficult, sometimes fun. So so I'm taking my time. So I am also showing grace to myself and forgiveness in saying, well, I have a plan, I have a date, and it's okay if I am not ready yet. So but it's I'm doing it.
Well, sharing that is good, right? Sharing it. I have this project that I'm working on, and I battle with myself when I sit down to start it, and I find, well, and now I'm talking about me because and the thing is that's the way it is. If you share something like that, and other people are going to say, oh,
they see themselves.
They see themselves in it. Yeah. So that's quite exciting.
It is exciting.
I like a book is spinning in the back of my
your head too.
Yeah, because what I would like to do is like those, most of you probably watching this know that we're involved with the Ultimate Coach Facebook group, and a lot of people in that group, I don't know if you've done this, I've given it away to several people, but not on the scale that some people will do. They have, they're driving around the country with these this box of books in the back, and they're striking up conversations with people and then saying, well, I have this book and it's a gift to you if you promise you're going to read it.
Yeah, because it has transformed their life. So they're sharing the gift that has transformed their life. And that's how it's almost like the gospel, right? What you share.
It's exactly like that.
It's the gospel. It's
So what I'm thinking is it's like a little pamphlet called The Gospel of Transformation, right? So I have all these books, these little paperback books in the trunk of my car, and I have them with me, and I'm going around and I'm meeting people and I'm saying, well,
that would be bold. That would be bold for you, because for me as a Christian, every time I hear Gospel of Transformation, I cringe a little. It's a little offensive to me, but it doesn't prevent me from loving you and being your friend. Right? Because for me, the gospel is Jesus, right? But
right. But I think of gospel more in terms of this is the good news. This is the good news. This is the good news. I did get the first time I ever introduced that concept in a Toastmasters speech, I got some blowback. It was exactly like that.
Yeah, I can see why. I can see why.
Because it's triggering. The word gospel is triggering.
Yeah, but the fun is to go past that and see what's behind, right? So some people, I think the same way some people name is Jesus and they're not saints.
Right.
The proper, definition.
That's more in Spanish speaking countries, though. That's not really in English. It's Jesus.
Jesus. That same way you can't, call your thing the Gospel of Transformation. It's good. It's okay.
It also is kind of I don't know, it's edgy enough that it sort of separates the people who are my people from the people who maybe are not my people.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. And
yeah,
I guess it tells about you, and it
yeah,
makes people curious.
yeah,
And I think it also tells about our programming. If we close the discussion, it's sad. I think it has to be, conversations needs to keep on going,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
don't just stop. I think the beauty is when you are able to go past your programming and your preconceptions
yeah,
and sit down and have a discussion with you and say, okay, tell me more about that gospel of transformation. What does it mean?
yeah, right. Yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we are at time. It's been another incredible conversation. I say that every day because it's
Yeah,
true every day. So
yeah, it's thought provoking. I think everything that is food for thought is good. It doesn't mean we're
yeah,
not claiming to have the truth or
right.
be illuminating, but we
Yeah,
do share. I think sharing about our thoughts is great. That's how we
yeah,
grow.
yeah. We actually had. I mean, obviously, what we what we do. Our modus operandi is we just come on and we start talking. But I know we had a very interesting tech conversation last night about editions of the Bible because of something that
Mhm.
happened to me
Yes,
yesterday, and so and
yeah.
and maybe we do that. We put that in the tickler file for
And
something we discuss. In
we
the
add it to
episode.
the 110th list we already
Yeah,
have.
yeah, right, 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 right. All
Okay.
right, everybody have a fabulous day,
Fabulous
and we'll
Monday.
see
We'll
you
see you
soon.
tomorrow.